gonna take you back to the past. To Middle Ages, to be specific.
Life in the old castle. Happy times them were. The people were all so much friendlier.
Good old times.
Oh, and how we feasted.
Oh, the irony.
Courted the fair maidens as well.
Middle Ages were the best.
There was work, of course, sharpening our minds. Making us strong. But mainly, I remember it as a happy time.
How one lives to see old age.
Oh, yes. And then there were the neighbors.
You should be dead by age 20. Yeah, welcome. I have never played Stronghold.
Greetings, sire.
So I have had it for a long time. So, guess I'm gonna do the tutorial.
Welcome to the Stronghold tutorial. This tutorial will teach you the techniques you need to know in order to get your castle up and running.
Beautiful looking scenery. Okay. First take a better position. There you go. Maybe take a sip of water. Okay. Do we have a...
The first task is to find a suitable place to build. To scroll around the map, push the mouse pointer to the edge of the screen.
I guess that place is good enough for our building castle.
The first thing you need to do in Stronghold is find a suitable place to site your castle. Left-click on the Saxon Hall building, then find a flat, empty piece of ground on the map.
Isn't castle
Move
kinda
your mouse
expensive?
on the screen until your keep appears.
Yeah, it's like Age of Empires.
Left-click to place your keep. Wood
That's
has
not
also
castle
been
though.
transferred from your starting goods into your stockpile. The wood is now available for you to use in your construction.
Okay, where is my wood meter?
In addition to the Saxon Hall and the stockpile, you should see a campfire.
I see.
Move the mouse pointer over it. The halo that appears is your population growth indicator. The more popular you are, the faster it will fill and the quicker your population will grow. Every time the indicator makes one full rotation, a peasant will arrive and stand by the campfire until work becomes available. If the halo turns red, you are unpopular. The halo will then be showing you how quickly people will leave your castle.
I see. All
On
good.
the top left of the screen, you can see that there is plenty of food among your starting goods.
I see, yes.
To use it, you will need to build a granary.
I see. How?
Left-click on the granary building and move your mouse pointer in the area near the keep. When the granary building appears, left-click to place it.
Here.
The food in your starting goods will be transferred to the granary. Your peasants now have an ample supply of food.
Interesting, the forest keeps growing. New trees pop up. The grass is getting trampled.
Right-click to exit the build mode. Then left-click on the granary you have just built to bring up the granary panel. Good. This panel lets you see your food details and allows you to make changes to your rationing.
I see.
On the right of this panel, there are 5 plates with varying amounts of food on them. These symbolize the different ration settings, from no rations up to double rations. At the
Okay.
moment, rations are set to the default of full rations.
So if they are unhappy, I can use
Left-click
double.
on the plate with the most food on it to set your rations to double. Due to your generous rationing, you are now gaining a big bonus to your popularity each month, and the popularity symbol has changed to a
21,
smiling
21 months supply.
face. The downside to this is that you are consuming food at twice the rate you were. You can view the rate of consumption by watching the speed of the bar in the granary.
It's going
You
so
see
fast.
Units of food disappear from your granary on the map.
Need more food.
Next, right-click to leave the granary and left-click on your Saxon Hall to bring up the Keep panel. This panel lets you view your tax deed. You can set your taxes to anything from a generous bribe all the way up to a downright cruel tax. Taxes are currently
Okay.
set to the default of no taxes, so you are not gaining or losing any money. Left-click on the right arrow until taxes are set to mean. You will now have a little gold coming into your treasury each month, but you are suffering a big hit to your popularity due to your mean tax.
Oh man.
Good! The scribe shows your popularity, gold, and population size. His expression reflects your popularity. The report book he is holding will help you to find critical information about your settlement.
Not very happy, isn't
Now
he?
visible. Left-click on the popularity button. Here you see the effects of your actions on castle popularity for the coming month.
+8 minus
Changes to your
weight.
tax rate and rationing are the 2 main ways of manipulating your popularity. With popularity over 50, people will come to the castle. Below 50, they will start to leave.
Okay.
Your tax rate and rations level will now be set to their original starting levels. Now right-click again to leave the report. Now you have a grasp of how to place buildings and manage your taxes, food and popularity. Let's take a look at how to expand your settlement further.
Let's.
Running along the bottom left of the screen are 6 shields. These are the building category buttons, which change the type of buildings displayed on the building selection scroll above them. Move your mouse pointer over these shields. The shield
Presence town form.
building selection scroll, you will see a description of the button. Left-click on the industry building category. Hammer. Click on the woodcutter's hut in the building selection scroll and build 4 woodcutter's huts close to the trees. Finally, right-click to stop building.
I guess I have enough wood. One here. One here. One here, and maybe one here.
Good. Now you see that 4 of the peasants around your campfire have turned into woodcutters.
Automatically.
Working, cutting down trees.
Cool. In Age of Empires you have to
In your stockpile.
assign them to work.
Now you need to start increasing your food stocks. Left-click on your granary again. The amount of food you have left is shown in absolute units and also monthly supply. Right-click to exit the granary screen. Left-click on the farm building category, Apple. Now place 4 hunter posts and the remaining peasants will become hunters.
Okay. Can I put them anywhere? Like here. And one here. Maybe one here. One here.
When the hunters have prepared their meat, they will place it in your granary. Aim to have at least enough food coming in to cover demand.
Okay. It's that rubble.
The bottom set of numbers on your scribe's report show your current population followed by your available housing. It is currently 8 out of 8, which means the housing inside of your Saxon hall is at full capacity.
Okay.
Click on the Town Buildings category, House, and build a hovel.
Hovel. Here.
Your available housing will increase and your population will begin growing again. Each hovel you build will hold up to 8 people. Your settlement is growing, but so of course are the...
Of course.
Now you will learn a few additional interface controls that are useful when playing the game. To rotate the map, move the mouse pointer into the middle of the screen, then press and hold the right mouse button. The camera interface icons will appear. Move the mouse pointer upwards onto the rotate icon.
Move the mouse into the middle of the screen, then press and hold the right mouse button. Okay. This is weird.
To zoom out, press the right button again and move the mouse pointer to the right over the zoom icon and release the button.
Okay.
Zoom back in, repeat the process.
I like this better. No black bars.
To go full screen, press and hold the right mouse button and move the mouse pointer to the left over the full screen icon and release.
Okay.
To go back to normal mode, repeat the process.
Why would I want this to be default? Maybe if I wanna do a like
Press
video.
and hold the right mouse button again to bring up the camera interface. This time, move the mouse pointer down onto the flatten icon. This will pull down tall objects such as mountains and walls and allow you to see behind them. Release the button to allow the landscape to spring back up.
Interesting.
Congratulations! You have completed the tutorial. You are now ready to start the first mission of the Stronghold campaign. Would you like to continue playing this map?
No. Let's go to the campaign. Gathering the Lost.
As soon as the king had marched his army into the barbarian homeland, rumors began of a plot to seize the throne. When news came of the king's capture, the country was invaded. Several nobles, including your father, sought to end the bloodshed, but on the way to meet for negotiations, their party was massacred by a band of unknown raiders. Bruised and exhausted, you have been beaten back to a forest on an overlooked peninsula, where a small group of loyal troops are hiding. Although the country is lost, maybe from this refuge, you can at least avenge your father's death.
Okay. Age of Empires 2 and 1 were based on real events, but I think this is just pure fiction now.
No. The few men we have would be cut down like lambs to the slaughter. We need time to gather our forces.
Nonsense! I shall take 6 of my finest men into enemy territory by the cover of darkness and...
No, just listen. Our men are close to starvation. This is what we must do.
Reason
Debate rages
versus
on into the night. But eventually, Lord Woolsack takes you to one side.
emotion.
Sir Longarm tells me he knew your father well, which is why I'm giving you your chance to prove yourself. It is time you got your first taste of command.
Thank you, my lord. Okay. What is this then? Neutral land. I see I have to go here. We'll meet the Rat's Kingdom first. Snake's Domain. Lands of Big. Dwarfs. Rolair. This is Britain, but entirely fictionalized Britain. Weird.
We need you to oversee the setting up of a good-sized base camp. Start by finding a suitable clearing, then use some of the wood plentiful in this area to begin your construction.
Okay. Start by building a couple of woodcutters' huts, then place a couple of hunter posts. So it's like the tutorial level. Placing hunter post close to the granary will speed up food production. Let's see. Building woodcutters' huts near trees will speed up food production. That makes sense. Gathering the lost keep. The keep is the most important building in the game and must be built first. The Lord lives here, and it is here that he will make his final stand in times of siege. The treasure is also located here. Left-clicking on the keep building will bring up your treasury panel, where you can set your all-important tax rate. The keep also houses several of your people, after which you will need to build additional housing. The larger the keep, the more people it will support. Granary. This essential structure is where your food is stored, and without one, your people will quickly starve. Clicking here brings up the food panel. On the left is displayed the rate of food, your food is being eaten, the amount of food available, and how long your food will last. The buttons on the right control your rationing. Changes to your rationing will have an impact on your popularity and the speed with which food is taken from your granary. Setting no rations, for example, will be very unpopular, but will stop any food from being taken, whereas setting double rations is very popular but dramatically speeds speeds up the rate at which food is consumed. You can extend your granary space by building another granary structure adjacent to your current one. The granary screen also shows you how many food types are being eaten. It is a good idea to try and feed your people with more than one food type, as this will also give you a popularity bonus. Okay. Woodcutter's hut. Make sure you have woodcutter huts built early on, as food is required in the construction of almost every building. Build them near trees, as most of the woodcutter's time is spent walking between his hut and the tree he is cutting. When a woodsman arrives at a hut, he first finds and then fells the nearest tree. Next, he starts chopping it up. Once he has a tree logs chopped, he goes to his hut and saws them into planks. Well, that's complicated. In Age of Empires, they just bring it to the granary. It then takes the planks and stacks them in the stockpile. If there is no room in the stockpile, the woodsman will stand outside his hut with the planks until more space is available. Okay, how do I just stockpile? All your resources apart from gold, food and weaponry are stored here. Your stockpile is always located next to your keep. Okay, I see. So it making your goods easier to defend. Additional stockpile areas must be attached to the first stockpile to ensure you leave space for expansion. Looking at your stockpile will let you know the rough amount of goods you have stored, but clicking on the stockpile will bring you up a panel to let you know the actual amounts. Okay. And then there's Hunter's Post. Hunting deer is a quick and easy way to feed your workers. A hunter will appear and begin stalking any herds of deer he finds. Once he has brought down his quarry, he will take the deer back to the post and butcher it before taking the meat to your granary to feed your people. If there is no space in the granary, he will wait at the post until the space becomes available. Beware, however, if you build too many hunters' posts, you run the risk of quickly depleting one of your food chains. Okay, can I instead do farming? There are no H's, I think, in Stronghold, so there's no upgrades. Housing governs the maximum population your castle can hold. Your keep will hold to some peasants, but when it is full, you will need extra housing for your workers. Each house placed will increase the castle maximum population by 8. The castle's maximum population is shown in the bottom of the book, held by your scribe in the bottom right of the interface. Build too many houses too quickly, and you may provoke a population explosion, which will soon drain your granary of food. Conversely, demolishing your already populated houses is likely to cause overcrowding, which will have an adverse effect on your popularity. Okay, well, I don't think that like Lord, he who you must defend. If your lord dies, you lose the game. Although not through a military unit, you can target him against individual invading enemies. Normally, however, he will draw back to the keep. This is where he will make his stand.
Place a keep to site your castle, my liege. Site your granary, sire.
Okay, now let's create those one there and one there. one there. And one there. And then let's I don't have enough wood left.
Wood needed.
Wood needed. Okay, now it's just about waiting. Hey, my lord, what are you doing there? Go back to your post. Are you helping?
Morning, your lordship.
Jim Luckless, Hunter. Morning, lordship.
Morning, your lordship. Morning, your lordship.
Rob Oiley, going to workplace. Campground, peasant gather here. Okay, do I have enough? Game options. How do I see if I have enough food?
A message from your scribe. Animal tracks have been reported in the area, sire.
Okay. So how's my stockpile? Come on, that's
A message from your scribe.
black font on dark background.
Packs of wolves are closing in on the castle. We must get the supplies stored.
I'm doing the best I can. So let's build a hovel.
No change in the treasury, lord. Our food stocks are dwindling, my liege.
10 units of food. Okay, now 15 units of food. So do I have to get 20 meat? Okay, it's acquired already. This also acquired. Oh, I won. That was an easy mission.
Victory!
Whilst the men frantically ferry precious supplies into the granary, Sir Longarm and Lord Woolsack ride into the camp.
Job well done. Not too bad for your first attempt.
No, no, no! The fool has pitched camp in the middle of the wolves' migration track.
Good. It will give the men some well-needed practice before we make our strike.
Poof! Now I have no choice but to send out a scout to find a more permanent position.
That's funny. Okay.
Day by day, the camp becomes more overwhelmed by the wolves, and their persistent howling robs the men of sleep. The situation is about to get out of hand when Lord Woolsack's scout returns. Soon afterwards, you are summoned into the command tent.
Sir Longarm has convinced me to give you another chance. we have found the remains of an abandoned stockade.
Wolves plague this county every winter, so we need you to get the stockade back up to scratch quickly.
Failure is not an option this time. Just keep your eyes peeled.
Aye, aye, sir.
To ensure the safety of your men, you are required to renovate the abandoned stockade before winter is upon us again. Use your archers to kill off any wolves that threaten your peasants.
Okay. Once food and food production are set up, start enclosing your keep by joining the walls that already exist. Closing the keep, making a defensive wall straight will use less wood. In order for the complete castle objective to be achieved, the keep must be completely enclosed by walls. Make sure you don't have any gaps in the wall. The spacebar flattens your walls and allows you to look for the weak spots. Archers are better off in a high position to fire at any attacking wolves. The best position for them is on the gatehouse. Let's see. No new information here. Building walls. Walls are selected from the castle buildings category. When walls are selected, press and hold the left mouse button on the main display, then slowly drag the mouse, just like in Age of Empires. If you have enough wood or stone in your stockpile, the wall will appear in front of you. The wall will finally be placed only when the button is released. Walls can be built to any thickness, with thicker walls taking much longer to pass through than thinner ones. Wooden walls are cheaper to build than stone walls, but are much easier to knock down and do not allow soldiers to stand on them. When tracking to create walls, if any piece of the wall is not a valid building location, the whole wall will turn red. Granulated walls can be added in front of your stone walls. Wait a second, can I mix a wall and wood and stone walls? I don't know. Wooden gatehouse. This simple wooden gatehouse will keep out the local wildlife along with some of the lesser enemy foot soldiers, but it is unlikely to stand up to a full-scale siege for long. Selecting it will bring up the gate panel, allowing you to open or close your gate, just like in Age of Empires 2. It will close automatically, however, should the enemy draw near. Archers. These are your standard long-range troops. The lack of armor makes them one of the quickest units in the game, but in hand-to-hand combat, archers are virtually useless. They have a long firing range and are very effective against units that don't wear metal armor. You need bow. You can select a single unit by left-clicking on it. To select a group of units, press and hold the left mouse button, then drag the pointer and create a box around them. When you release the mouse button, all of the units that were within the box will now be selected. When you have units selected, your pointer will change to the movement cursor. The green pointer means that you can move to a specific spot, while the red cross means the area is inaccessible. Once you have the move cursor displayed, left click and units will move to that destination. To attack the enemy, select a unit, then click on the enemy you wish to attack when you see the red attack pointer appear. See.
Cite your granary, sire.
Okay. Guess I have to build those woodcutter things. One, two, Okay. If I put one here, I need to make very big wall. Although I can maybe keep the huts out of the city wall. I don't know, was that the plan? Closing your keep. Yes, it's only the keep that is needed to be inside the wall.
More wood is needed. Wood needed.
Come on. Give me wood.
Wood needed.
What about these archers? Okay, stand ground, defense in stand.
Moving off!
Okay, I can.
We're on our way!
Let's go up there.
Leaving now! Moving off!
And be defensive.
Wood needed.
Alright, finally. Okay. Wall. This good. There seems to be no gaps. Let's build a gatehouse.
A message from your scribe. The wolves are on the prowl, sire. Can't place that there, my lord.
Why not? Oh, you have to align it.
Attacking, my lord. Can't place that there, my lord.
I need only meat. Then I'm finished. Oh, wait a second, what's that? Signpost. Show you where the enemy will enter the map. It It's advisable not to build too close to the signpost, as enemy troops will demolish structure built close by upon arriving on the map.
No change in the Treasury, Lord. Our granary stocks are growing, sire.
I can actually buy a hovel. Maybe I... Wait a second. Maybe you actually need to place the gate before building the wall. You just cannot replace the wall by gate.
Can't place that there, my lord.
That's stupid. The simple wooden gatehouse will keep out the local wildlife along with some lesser enemy foot soldiers. I read that already. How do I destroy this? There's no demolish button. Fine. What else do I have? Another stockpile.
Can't place that there, my lord.
Try to make things go faster. At least I have plenty of food. Maybe I can win if I lower the ratio.
A message from your scribe. Here they come again, sire. Wolves are attacking, my lord.
Normal rations.
Kill them. Good. All right.
No change in the Treasury, Lord.
Well,
Well, at least you can complete half a task.
Job well done. Now, our men are secure, and we can send a hunting party into the next county to eradicate the wolves for good.
I suppose it must be done, but we have to proceed with caution as that county is close to the enemy's border.
yes, it is.
We need you to train some new recruits in the use of the bow.
The wolves breed in the next county. Find their lairs and wipe them out. It's them or us.
Find a hilltop and fortify yourself there using a mott and bailey.
Inspector Puss has been patrolling the area of late, so it is vital you are not spotted, as we don't stand a chance against a full assault.
If you see that rat before I do, be sure you slice him open for me.
Construct a Motte and Bailey fortification and strengthen it with some towers. Then start bow production and raise a force of archers with which to eradicate the wolves that run riot there.
Well, I think I will exit the mission now. Anyway, thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.